Whoops, sorry about that. Let's get back on the right place here. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Flagler Weather Update. This is the 21st of September 2025, and we're going to be taking a look at our local weather here. But first, we're going to take a look at the tropics, and we got a couple different things going on out here. So, let's start with Hurricane Gabrielle. Hurricane Gabrielle is quite a distance away from us. And let's actually get to this one here. So it's better than 1,000 miles to our east, and it's going to take a sharp turn to the right here. Actually, it's forecast to become a major hurricane, meaning Cat 3 or stronger as it moves out to the east of us. It looks like missing Bermuda, and then basically rocketing off to the east northeast here, possibly getting close to the Azores as it moves off to the east northeast. But no concerns from us here in Flagler County, other than it possibly kicking up the surf just a little bit. And so, taking a look at the wind risk now, the areas that are under threat from any wind or anything like that. And again, Bermuda being right about here, very slight chance of tropical storm force winds, but not enough to put any warnings or anything like that out on it. So it's this is going to be going away. But elsewhere in the tropics are still somewhat active, and we got a couple different things going on out there. So we do have this disturbance, which is located in the mid-tropical Atlantic, and this has a pretty good chance of developing in the next 7 days. Perhaps somewhere over here, someplace. So another tropical system likely developing, at least as things stand right now, in this portion of the Atlantic Ocean. Now, aside from that, we have another system. There's a disturbance ahead of it. This one's weaker and it has a lower chance, but yet this is somewhat close to Florida. So, about a 30% chance of development here in the next 7 days. So, this means that in the next 7 days, that there could be some possible tropical development within this yellow sector. And because that does come a little close to us, that's something that we will be monitoring in the days ahead here to see if it's going to have any effect on Flagler County or not, if it even gets its act together. So we just don't know how that's going to play out, but this is hurricane season, and that's why we have to watch these things as we go through, the days ahead. So again, Hurricane Gabrielle moving off to the north and east, not a problem. Another system that's well behind it has a medium chance, about a 60% chance of development in this area here. The one that we're going to watch, though, is the one with the lower chances of development, about a 30% chance of development, at least in the next 7 days. But that can change. So, again, I encourage everyone to just please stay informed what's going on in the next few days as you go through the week. It's never a bad idea to check your hurricane supplies, check your plans, and all that kind of stuff as well. It's always a good idea to do that, regardless of what is going on in the tropics during the hurricane season. So this will be the one to watch next 7 days. We'll be keeping an eye on it. Let's go a little bit further into the future here. This takes us into the beginning part of October. And so there still will be low chances of development in the central tropical Atlantic and out here in the Gulf, and that's going to persist into the beginning part of October. So when you see these hash lines here, it just basically means 20% chance of something getting organized in any of these locations. So that's a low chance overall, but something, again, we'll be monitoring as we go through the days ahead. So, taking a look at our hazards here, again, high risk of rip currents continues at the beaches. That'll continue through Tuesday. So, we're going to start seeing heat index numbers getting up as we go towards the end of the week, some warmer air moving into the area, and a daily chance of showers and thunderstorms starting on Monday. Some days a little bit busier than others. Looking at temperatures here, Palm Coast. Monday getting up to near 90, 92, maybe 94 by Wednesday, maybe 96. Again, these are heat indexes, not actual temperatures, but maybe getting up into the upper 90s by the end of the week there. So, good idea to stay hydrated if you're doing anything outside. And of course, rip current risk, already talked about that. High risk of dangerous rip currents. That's going to be continuing at least the next few days. And again, we just talked about the tropics, but just an overview. Again, the main phrase here, it's too early to determine whether either tropical system will directly impact our area next weekend. So the time frame for this, if there's going to be any problems with it, will be next weekend. It does not mean definitely something's coming, but within the next 7 days, that's when we will be watching to see what's going to be going on with those systems there. So let's talk about, since we just talked about the heat, let's take a look at what's going on the next several days. So tonight, looks like lows in the 70s largely, mid 70s, maybe uppers on the beaches. The ocean temperatures near 80 degrees or so. Inland, lower 70s at night. Tomorrow, look for high temperatures up near 90 degrees county-wide. Mid 80s beaches, though, with the east winds, northeast winds rather, keeping that things a little cooler over there. And then looks like pretty consistent low temperatures as we go through the next several days. Tuesday, again, right near 90 or so. Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, again in the 70s. And if we get into Thursday, we start seeing temperatures inching up a little bit. Now we're getting into the lower 90s. Again, cooler along the beaches because of that onshore wind. And looking at low temperatures as we get towards the end of the week there. Generally, mid-70s beaches, lower 70s inland. Not much change there. As we get into Friday, we're still in the 90s. And into Saturday, back down to the 80s a little bit. So what about rain chances? Let's talk about that real quick. So what are the chances of any rain? For tonight, very minimal chance, 20-25% of the odd shower coming in off the ocean there. And then as we go into tomorrow, a little bit better chance, about a 40% chance of a shower or storm, maybe 50% chance in the southern part of the county and western part of the county. But I suspect a largely dry day. There could be a few passing showers that may be blowing off the ocean in the morning, and then maybe the odd thunderstorm inland in the afternoon. We're not looking at any significant storm chances. I got that a little mixed up. This is Monday rain chances. Again, largely dry. Again, the odd shower or storm possible. Tuesday, rain chances increase a little bit. Now into the 40-50% chance on Tuesday. We get into Wednesday, they decrease now. Wednesday, we're looking at rain chances, about 20% or so rain chances of rain. When we get into Thursday, we inch up a little bit, but still about 20-25% chance of showers or a storm. Friday, things increase a little bit. Rain chances near 50% on Friday. And then into Saturday, about a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms county-wide. Maybe a little lesser towards the coastal areas. Of course, when you get further out into the future, those rain chances and precipitation chances get more fluid, so these can change. Overnight, look for rain chances, again, about 30% chance when we get to the weekend coming up. So looking at rainfall amounts for the next 7 days, maybe inch and a half. So that's not a big deal for us at all here in Flagler County. Going back to heat, let's talk about heat index numbers real quick. So we're looking at temperatures, heat index numbers coming up maybe by Thursday, getting up to 105, 103 degrees. So feeling a little bit like our regular summer out there, but this is above normal for this time of year. And so if you're going to be doing anything outside, especially Thursday and Friday, always stay hydrated. And then we're getting into the weekend. We start to see the heat index numbers start to come down a little bit there. So looking at wind real quick, let's take a look at that. Is it going to be breezy? Is it going to be gusty? How are we looking? So, no big deal on the wind. Maybe gusting up to 15 miles an hour on any given day. We don't see any major things going on with that. So let's go on and take a look at what's happening in the far distant future now. 6 to 10 day outlook. This takes us into the beginning of October. Above normal temperatures can be expected. And if I can get it to work, above normal precipitation chances as well as we finish up September and into October. And remember, hurricane season does go into October. And it goes into November. So we're not off the hook with tropical cyclones by any stretch. And again, as we go into the first week of October, look for above normal temperatures and above normal precipitation chances as well. At the beaches, rip current risk high, UV index very high. Water temperature flirting right around 80 to 82 degrees out there in the ocean. So a little bit cooler, but still not very warm or not very cold. 77 to 82 is what's widely expected. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up. Everybody out there have a great week. So, in short, it looks like the chances of showers and thunderstorms will come back. Looks like temperatures will be increasing this week. And each day is gonna be a little bit different. Some days we'll see busier thunderstorm days. Some days might see this one or two somewhere in the county, if any at all. So each day is gonna be a little bit different, but you can expect our daily high temperatures to be increasing towards the middle to the end of the week. And as far as the tropics go, the tropics are active. There are several systems that we do need to monitor in the days ahead. No immediate concerns for Flagler County, but keep in mind things change every day, so stay tuned. Everybody out there, have a great week. We'll be talking to you probably about Wednesday.